Now, quite a few people have said to me, what makes you qualified to lecture me about my addiction? Well, the first of all is I never lecture anybody. I never judge or criticise anybody. And what makes me a candidate for being able to help you? Well, believe it or not, in the past I have had 2 addictions. Some people will say, no, Richard, you just have bad habits. But if we go back to the 1975 to 1980, I used to smoke. I used to smoke Russian blacks. They used to come in a round tub, black paper. I think they were called Sobrani or something like that. And I smoked 20, 25 of those a day. And they were long cigarettes. So I was probably really on about 30 ordinary cigarettes a day. And one day, in 1980, I just made up my mind to stop smoking them. And guess what I did? I stopped. I also made up my mind to say, not only am I going to stop smoking, I'm going to enjoy not smoking. Guess what I did? I enjoyed not smoking. And within 3 days, literally 3 days, it was as if I'd never smoked. Now in those days you could smoke anywhere. You smoked on the bus, in the train, anywhere you went there was people smoking. I genuinely didn't miss it. Once I had decided in my head, in my brain, in my mind, in my body, ignoring those cravings, those desires, I just stopped smoking. The thing is, in my head, I knew that if I could just stop smoking like that, I did think to myself at the time, why are other people saying, oh, it's so difficult to stop smoking? I'm thinking, well, no, it's not. Oh, you'll be smoking by Saturday. No, I wasn't. They were talking about their own experiences, when they were listening to willpower, not won't power. I won't have a smoke. I won't feel those feelings. And they talked about it in more detail on the Flourish video. But there was a second addiction. Now, in actual fact, this is probably about the first time I've spoken about this situation in public. There's a few friends know it, but not many people do. A few years back, I was in a seriously stressful situation. Now, normally, I can let go of stress, I can let go of anger, and I can let go of resentments. But I was having a real difficult time because this particular situation was being rammed in my throat, hour upon hour, day upon day. I can't talk about the situation, not because it's too painful, but it would cause too many ripples in the pond down there. But let's just say my whole life as a therapist was hanging in the balance. My whole life as a teacher was hanging in the balance due to totally false allegations caused maliciously because I'd been offered a job that someone else thought they should have. So to get rid of me, they were spreading totally unfounded, malicious lies about me. Now, let's just say, when you're a teacher and a therapist, the things that were being said about me as lies to get rid of me could have destroyed my life. Now, although I was sort of keeping a lid on the stress, the anger and the resentment, I couldn't stop it. I couldn't sleep well. And in the end, I was, shall we say, I was taking this brown medicine in the evening. Comes from the southern states of America. And I just used to have a little bit of this medicine, but over time I needed more and more of this medicine. Really not a good situation to be in when you're a therapist and a teacher. Waking up in the morning feeling crap. So I made a decision. I was able to, because I suddenly realised I'd hit that bottom. And like I'd made the decision to stop smoking, I made the decision to stop drinking. And literally overnight, I stopped drinking. That particular night, I didn't have the brown medicine. And I didn't miss it. In fact, it's the best night's sleep I'd had for weeks. I woke up very refreshed the next day, instead of feeling like I'd just crawled out of a desert. I was able to get a handle on that stress and the anger. And in actual fact, a confrontation occurred with the person who admitted eventually that they'd been making these lies, these rumours up and sending the letters, the anonymous phone calls, and it all came to an end. So when people say to me, you don't look like you've had addictions, you don't know what it's like to be addicted to something. Well, the two most common addictions I work with, smoking and drinking, sorry, I've had them. I've got through them. I'm one of you. And I'm a brave man. And I can tell you now that I'm going to get some severe problems with the professional bodies for talking about myself. Because I'm not supposed to. I've crossed the line in the sand. But then again, I don't really have lines in sand. My tide washes backwards and forwards and washes many lines away. But I have been there twice, 2 different problems, and defeated them by having the won't power. I won't have a drink, I won't smoke again. The funny thing is, I genuinely haven't ever smoked a cigarette since 1980. I still have the occasional single tot of that brown medicine. And do you know what? Every time I have that single tot, I think, my God, I never ever want to drink a load of this. I never ever want to drink it again. Not like that. And the most I will drink in an evening will be 2 of those in a glass like that with a bucket load of ice and ginger ale. Or maybe sometimes a Coke. I can make it last a long time. So I can go a whole evening and 2 of those, very pleased with myself. I'm in control. I won't have more than 2 in a whole evening. I can do it. You can do it. I can help you, I can teach you, I can show you, using the Flourish Programme, how to do it. So if you've not watched that video about the Flourish Programme, have a quick look now. We'll see you on that video.